Hi there, it's Bruce Wallace from Dundee and Victoria Chess Club in Bonnie, Scotland, and I'm going to continue with a series of games from the British Championship, won by Jacob Aagaard of Scotland, and this is the second game that I'm showing you, and the opponent here as white is David Howell. So let's kick off. Howell begins with e4, and Aagaard is now playing the Sicilian defence, and Howell plays c3. Now, quite a lot of games, and as recommended by Richard Palliser, the main move here is d5 immediately. Aagaard doesn't play this line, he plays the other main line in this defence, which is knight f6. Now, the c3 Sicilian is really annoying for Sicilian players. If you play the dragon or the Najdorf, as soon as white plays c3, forget your pet lines, you've got to think on your feet. But in many ways, it's not too worrying in opening, and if black replies solidly, should have no problems in equalising fairly quickly. So the knight f6 line allows white to play e5, then knight d5 is the move, knight f3, e6, bishop c4, hitting the knight, then d6, d4, c takes, then develop the other knight, castles, bishop e7, a3, castles, rook e1, bishop d7, knight b to d2, rook c8, and we can actually see now that black is actually ahead in development here. b4, and now Aagaard plays a cracking little move using tactics in the opening. Can you see it? Pause the video. He plays b5. Now, at first sight, this appears like it might be a pawn sacrifice, but this pawn is completely poison because if bishop takes, it's knight c3, and this wins the bishop. The knight stops the queen defending the bishop. It's forked, bishop and queen is forked, and the queen can't come to e2, and it can't come to a4 because they're hit by the knight. So the pawn can't be taken, otherwise it drops the bishop. So on b5, white exchanged the knight, then e took, then knight b3, bishop g4. Now this is a nasty little pin here, so not only does black have expanded space on the queen side, but it's also got a nasty pin on this knight. Recommended here actually was, recommended here was after h3, bishop h5, and then queen d3, getting out of the pin. And although black has a slight advantage, it's not massive. Unfortunately for white, he allows this knight to remain pinned for quite a while. So bishop g4, then h3, bishop h5, and now white plays bishop f4. Pawn takes, then a5 expanding on the queen side, b takes a, knight takes a. Now white thinks better of capturing the knight on a5 here, and there is a combination which gives black a continuing edge. So instead, white plays the knight to d4, and black's advantage now begins to grow. Bishop c5, g4, bishop to g6, and there's a whole number of holes developing in white's camp here. Knight takes b5 and queen b6, and this is lining up on the f pawn, threatening to win an exchange. So white moves the knight back, and although white is temporarily a pawn up, his game is getting exceedingly difficult to play here. Knight c4, a4, then knight b2 hitting the queen, queen d2, then black eliminates one of the knights, knight takes d4, and here's the attacking lines opening up for black here, whereas white really doesn't have any serious threats at all. Then knight d3, and this forks the rook and bishop, and the queen hits the knight at the same time. So there's no way that white can avoid the exchange here, and instead plays knight f5, bishop takes, g takes, and then knight takes e1, rook takes, queen b3, bishop back to g3, queen c3, offering exchange of queens. White attempts to keep the queens on, rook c4, rook d1, rook attacks the queen, queen f1, queen f3, rook takes d5, and rook takes the a pawn, and white is a pawn up but an exchange down, queen d1, and this is a good move, forcing another heavy piece off. Rook takes a1, queen takes rook, queen c1, rook d8, doubling on the file, king h2, h6, f6, queen f3, pawn takes, king takes, queen c4, and h5, queen f1, rook d1, and this forces the queens off, so queen takes, king takes, and there's another 20 odd moves, but Aagaard plays very patiently here in order to round off the game, but there's tenacious defence by white. So we'll just move through the end of the game here, and black's strategy here after winning a pawn is to get white in such a situation where he's in zugzwang, king g3, rook c4, and black being very patient here, trying to get into a position where he can advance the f pawn, and now he can advance the pawn, king g2, f4, and white is running out of moves here, bishop h6, king e3, bishop g5, rook a2, king h3. Now after this, white played rook a8. Now one may ask, why not just king takes f3 here, but it makes it more difficult to win. Bishop takes, rook to here, because black's got to be careful that there's not a stalemate possibility here. Bishop d6, rook h1 check, bishop back, and big advantage to black here, but has to be very careful about stalemate threat. So after king h3, rook a8, and king g2, now rook g8 pinning the bishop, and white has no good moves, must move the king, the pawn will drop, and the f pawn will advance in queen. So a very good display there, particularly in the opening from Jacob Aagaard, but tenacious defence from white, even though the exchange down. Impressive play, and we'll find some more games from Jacob Aagaard when he lifted the British Championship. I hope you enjoyed this. See you soon.